Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Meteor hacked client for Minecraft 1.21. This is currently the latest version of the Meteor hack client at the time of me making this video. It's pretty fast and easy. You can go ahead and open the hacks menu once you've run this tutorial using the shift button, the right shift button, not your normal shift button, one on the other side of the keyboard, and you press escape to get out of it. First step is going to be to close down your game if you're running it. Also close the launcher if you have the launcher open. Next we're going to go ahead and go to the links that I provided in the description. First one's going to be the Meteor client. We're going to just come to this page here. We're going to scroll down and hit the second button from the top, which is normally the latest version. Dev build 0.5.8 1.21. Go ahead and hit that. It'll give you a 5-second download page. Do not click anything. It should just open your file manager. Once your file manager is open, go ahead and click the desktop button and hit save. And while that's downloading, we can go ahead and head over to the installer, which is the Fabric installer. We can go ahead and hit this big blue download for Windows button in the center of the page. Go ahead and hit save. By default, it should save to your downloads folder. I've got it set to the desktop just so it's faster. Once the files have been downloaded, you can just go ahead and cross all these pages off. We no longer need these. And we should be left with two files. One will be Meteor client and one will be the Fabric installer. Now we're going to go ahead and double click the Fabric installer to start off with. Then it's going to open a little window that looks something like this. By default, it'll be set to the latest version. If you're watching this from the future and you want to use the 1.21 version, providing the file is still available on the Meteor site, you're going to have to scroll down by clicking this little arrow to select the version. Next, we're going to go ahead and just hit install. Everything should be set and ready to go. And it'll give us a little OK window that says it's been successfully installed if it works, which it should work. Go ahead and cross this off. Next we can double click the Meteor client file itself, and it should give us a little window that says open wiki or open mods folder. Go ahead and hit the open mods folder button and make sure you've got like a minimized file manager window over here. If there's anything in this file, either delete it like I'm going to do now, or move it somewhere else in your computer, for example into the screenshots folder or whatever. Next we're going to drag this Meteor client into this folder. We're going to go ahead and cross this off, and that's done. That's most of it done. Next we're going to open the Minecraft launcher. The client is now installed. We just have to make an installation of it on the game launcher. Once it's loaded, head over to the Installations tab, second from the left, and down a little bit from there's going to be this New Installation button. Hit the New Installation button. I always change the icon to grass, but you can leave it as the same. I'm going to call this particular client Meteor, just because it's the Meteor client. Then we're going to go to the version box and hit this down arrow. And next we're going to type into here 1.21. And somewhere in here, normally towards the top, it should say Release Fabric Loader. And then it'll have an ending that says 1.21. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Next we're going to want to hit More Options, and this little number here, which is down the bottom, you're going to want to raise that number within your computer's parameters if you can. I normally set it to 16, but that's only because I currently have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Go ahead and hit create. You don't have to worry about that second bit that we just did there. You can sort of skip over that little bit. Next, we're going to go ahead and hit play. But before we hit play, we've got to hit this little arrow here to make sure we've got the right installation loaded. So currently we have this window here with all of our installations. You may have less, you may have more. It'll normally be at the very bottom of this list will be the new installation you've made. So you're just going to scroll from the top down to the bottom if there is a bunch of installations. I'm going to go ahead and hit Meteor. We can next hit play and play again. And that should load the game with the hacked client applied. Depending on how good your PC is, it should load pretty fast, and we'll know that it's worked because it says Meteor client by Meteor 1.21, Squidoodly and Sea Snail at the very top. We can then go ahead and load up a world when we'll be able to open the hack client. Alright, once the world has loaded up, you can go ahead and open the hacks menu by pressing the right shift button. That's the shift button to the right of your keyboard. That's the side where you normally have the mouse. And we can interact with all of these different hacks by holding down your left click, which is just your breaker block click, your normal regular click. We can move these modules around, and if for some reason you disappear these modules, it's probably just because you hit one of these top buttons here. This is the sort of mega hacks menu, but the only one you really need to bother with is the modules tab to the far left. So if for some reason all these menus here go away, just click on the modules tab to the far left at the very top here. You can go ahead and enable a hack by just left clicking, and to get extra options for that hack, if it has options, you can right click and that will bring up this window here where you can customize the hacks to your heart's content. To get out of this, just press the escape key, and then again to get out of the regular hack menu, just press the escape key. The escape is the get out of everywhere. As you can see, now that we have air place enabled, we should be, if we go into creative real quick, capable of placing blocks in the air, all sorts of stuff you can do. This would normally work with regular blocks in survival mode. It just happens to be that I'm holding a command block which can't be placed in survival mode. I'm not sure if there's a hack around that, but it's very useful. Air place is very cool. You can also do a bunch of other stuff which is ridiculously complicated. I won't get into that, but thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.